In today's relationships, we're looking at infidelity and how to move forward with your marriage when your partner has strayed.
Licensed sex therapist Laurie Watson from Awakening Center for Sexuality and Intimacy is here. And Laurie, you say affairs are about dynamics in your marriage, not that you have a sexier man or woman to be with.
That's right. And affairs are so painful. But, you know, I really don't believe that it is the end of the world for a marriage. I think that people can recover from affairs. That's the good news. They have to be committed to it, and they have to know what it's about.
Okay. All right, so how can a person know that their partner really is focused on repairing the marriage once they've realized that this has happened?
Right, exactly. Okay, so they have to, the partner who was involved with someone else has to commit to transparency. They have to decide that they will reveal everything, their emails, their phone passwords. They have to talk about where they're going, you know, and who they're with, and really be open about it instead of secretive, because that changes the dynamic.
Because that's a big thing, is trust, right? They're getting all that back.
And they have to cut off the relationship with the other person completely. That has to be gone. And they have to take responsibility for their part in it. I mean, affairs don't happen in a vacuum. They happen in a marriage. And there's often a dynamic that has happened before. The person who is hurt is not responsible for the choice that the other person made, but they are responsible for the marriage that created, you know, problems, and they have to take responsibility. Both parties do. Mm-hmm. And then the person who offended has to really show remorse. And they have to then sort of restore sexual intimacy. This is a bond that has to be repaired. I can imagine that has to
be like one of the most awkward steps to take, and you probably have lots of patience.
I do. I have lots of people who have done this. But I think one thing is, don't ask for the details.
Oh,
you know,
yeah. Why do women want to know?
I don't know.
What did she look like? What did you do?
Exactly.
Oh my gosh,
don't ask for that, because it becomes like a post-traumatic script that plays over and over in the person who was injured, their head. So don't ask. You know what sex is all about. You know, don't ask that. And I think, secondly, sex happens for so many reasons that are not about somebody more attractive. You know, it may be inside the person themselves, reasons that kind of combust, and then they break out of even their own ethics. You know, good people have affairs, and people who can restore their marriages and continue to be faithful, I mean, they also have affairs, and so it's not the end of the world.
All right. More from Laurie at awakeningscenter.com. Have a good day, everybody. Thanks,
Bye.
Kitty.
Thanks for having me.